15 years ago, she fed them with her last crust of bread. They were just boys, alone in the world. Now they've built empires, and today, they'll give it all back, starting with her. It was the winter of 2010. The streets of Chicago were ruthless. Icy wind howled through alleyways and hunger bit like teeth. 3 little boys, Leo, Theo, and Micah, sat huddled in a cardboard box behind a grocery store dumpster. Their mother had overdosed 2 days earlier. Their father had disappeared long before. No food, no warmth, no plan. Micah, the youngest, sobbed into his brother's arms. Theo tried to sing softly, his voice cracked with fear. Leo, the oldest at just 10, held them close and whispered, "We'll be okay, I promise." But deep down, even he didn't believe it. That's when they heard footsteps, soft, careful, cautious. From the shadows stepped a girl, maybe 12. A tattered coat, mud-stained jeans, braids tied with string. "Are you hiding?" she asked gently. Leo jumped up. His fists were small, but clenched. "We're not stealing, we're just cold." She nodded and said nothing more. Instead, she reached into her torn backpack and pulled out a half-eaten sandwich and a tiny blanket, barely big enough for one. "Take it. You need it more than me." That girl was Lena. They didn't know then that this girl, this beggar girl, would be the spark that lit the fire of 3 futures. She didn't have much, but she had heart, and it saved them. They only knew her for 2 nights. She brought them scraps, taught them how to stay invisible, shared jokes, laughed with them, and then, on the 3rd morning, she was gone. No goodbye. Just silence. The boys were eventually found by police, placed in foster care. Separated, but never disconnected, each one remembered Lena, and they promised, if we ever make it, we'll find her. Years passed. Tragedy turned into drive. Leo became a tech genius, dropping out of college at 19 to create a startup that revolutionized education for low-income students. Theo mastered finance, building a firm that funded underdog entrepreneurs no one else believed in. Micah used his trauma to fuel storytelling, creating a streaming platform that gave voice to kids from the streets. Together, they built Trifecta Global, a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. Every interview, every speech, every award acceptance, they mentioned her. "A girl named Lena saved us. We don't know where she is, but if you're watching, we haven't forgotten you." Millions heard it. But Lena didn't own a TV. She was still on the streets, still giving, still invisible. One gray afternoon, while their convoy passed through a rough neighborhood for a charitable event, Micah spotted a woman crouched beside a trash bin, offering half her sandwich to a child with no shoes. His breath caught. "Stop." "The car," he said. The others protested. "We're late for the media." But Micah was already out. He walked slowly, approaching the woman. And when she turned, time stopped. Her face was older, her eyes more tired. But the kindness, unchanged. Leo and Theo followed. Lena looked up at them, squinting, and then gasped. I know those eyes." Tears filled her eyes. Micah knelt in the dirt. "You found us first. Now it's our turn." They didn't just help her, they honored her. The next 30 days became the most talked-about transformation in the country. Lena was given a private suite in a luxury hotel. World-class doctors helped treat her chronic health issues. They brought her brother, her only surviving relative, from out of state. A full legal team worked to rebuild her identity and lost documentation. But then, they stunned the world. They held a press conference. "This is not charity," Leo said. "This is justice." they announced the formation of the Lena Legacy Foundation, dedicated to helping street kids just like she once helped them. And then Theo handed her a golden envelope. 15% of all our personal wealth will go into this foundation. You will be its co-chair. You will lead it. And your story will live forever. Billionaires, bowing to a beggar, and she could barely speak. I never wanted anything, but to know you made it, she whispered. But now, maybe I can help someone else make it too. 1 year later, Lena stood on a stage in front of thousands of youth at risk. She told her story, not with shame, but with power. And in the front row sat 3 young boys, orphans, just like they once were. Leo leaned over to his brothers and whispered, "This is what wealth was meant for." Kindness given in darkness is never forgotten. What you do for one might become a river for millions. And the hearts that love, without expecting, are the hearts that change the world. If Lena's story touched your heart, like this video, share it, and subscribe. Because the world needs more kindness, and your view could be the start of someone else's miracle.